just bonkers. Some people think I'm bonkers, but I just think I'm free.
Hello everyone, this is still Hispanic here, as my computer is still recovering from the last little, shutdown I had, and I'm currently dealing with the fact that I'm missing a lot of my assets. Please excuse the fact that we'll be doing this completely and utterly blind. I know I have a lot of reviews to send you guys. I had Parallel Paradise all set for Freaky Friday. I did have a review of the Tale of Wedding Rings, which is a great overall book. If no one's had a chance to go and pick it up, you will check out a review hopefully by next week. I'm still rebuilding all my assets. I've gotten my intro and outro back. I'm getting all my avatars back, and of course recreating my old background is a bit of a pain in the ass. So with that being said, we're going to go over all the upcoming manga in the next month you guys should go and check out, as well as a quick little reason as to why I feel like you guys should check it out. Of course, if you guys don't like it, that's all fine and good to know, but by all means, leave yourself comments below so I know what you guys like. So we're going to start off with 7 Seas Entertainment. They've been publishing a lot of great stuff lately, including Lord Marksman Vanitas, and the Devilman books are coming out again. I've enjoyed that a lot. Of course, they also do To Love Ru, which if you guys like, go ahead and check it out. Lots of rom-com from this, lots of decent overall artwork. It's all very similar, and it all kind of ties together. It's a very cohesive mix of brands put together here, and I'm kind of impressed by it. With that being said, though, we're going to go check out next month's list over here, which means we are not going to be checking out what's coming out this month or what's coming out in the next week, but what's coming out in the next 2 weeks. So let's start off with the things that really catch my eye here. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord Volume 1. For those of you who've not gone and checked out How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, it is an interesting overall concept. A guy who was a gamer ends up coming into a fantasy world in his gaming body and is supposed to be turned into a slave to these two summoners, and instead ends up enslaving them. From then on, calamity ensues as he can't help but stay in his old RPG ways and stays within his Demon Lord character. Of course, he can't help but help people because he's a good guy at heart. Insanity ensues as his overpowered character just cannot be held down in this world of, well, interesting battles. So, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, very, very good. It's got decent action scenes. The story itself is kind of funny, and there's a little bit of that ecchi stuff if you're into that. So we'll go and check out the next one over here. Devilman Grimoire Volume 3. I love Devilman Grimoire Volume 1 and 2, and I did pick up the Devilman, I think it's an omnibus here, the Classic Collection Volume 1 over here. If you guys have not checked those out, go check them out. I love the Devilman series, and of course Devilman still just keeps bringing me in no matter what happens. I've enjoyed each and every part of it thus far. And there went my phone. Of course, I can't edit that out now because I'm doing this in one take and one take only. What else comes out from them in the next month? Nothing really. Oh, yes. Freezing Volume 21 and 22. Freezing is a great... I'm not sure if I would call it a manga or a manhwa, because I believe it is Korean as it reads from left to right, as opposed to flipping it over. With that being said, the Freezing had a terrible anime series, but the comic themselves, the artwork, the story, all of it is brilliantly well done. The action scenes are superb, the story is impressive, and of course, there's a little bit of TNA. So with that being said, Freezing Volume 21 and 22, I'm going to be picking it up as soon as it comes out, because it is a great overall storyline. I've loved every single moment of it, and I cannot wait for the next volume to come out so I can go in and support publishers and say, hey, this is what we like to see, this is what we like to buy. So I believe that's all I'm picking up from 7 Seas. If you guys have not picked up anything from 7 Seas, do things on your own. Up next, I believe we have, Yen Press, of course. Now, I could go over all the things I loved about this month, because Yen Press is just hitting things out of the park when it comes to manga selection. I think I've bought probably more books from Yen Press than anyone else. But with that being said, that we are doing next month, so let's go over the list here. Alright, what do we got? We have Aka, we have... I can't tell what that is, because things are very small. Angel's Death, Ahu Machine Gun, which is a weird one. Esper Only, Hatsu Inu, Goblin Slayer. The new issue of Goblin Slayer is coming out next month. If you guys have not read Goblin Slayer from Yen Press, give it a read once over. It is a wonderful story about a normally lone adventurer who specializes in goblins. The lowest of the low when it comes to monsters. No one really goes and bothers with them after they reach a certain level in their adventuring career. But this man is a top tier adventurer, and he has dedicated his life to kill goblins. Why? Vengeance. Really it, and it is a beautifully well done comic. The action scenes are absolutely beautiful. The story itself is compelling, and the backgrounds and the way that he describes how the goblins work, and then new and interesting ways to go and kill them. It is a brilliantly well done book. I have loved the crap out of Goblin Slayer. If you guys have not picked up Goblin Slayer, pick up every volume of Goblin Slayer, and pick up the new ones coming out next month. Isn't it? Show Young Press. These are the things we love. This one right here, I believe this is, yeah. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? The light novel. That's not what I care about. What else we have here? Laid back camp, no. Mermax, no. Monster Tamer Girls, no. That might be it for next month, which makes... Oh, wait, Prison School, which, Prison School is a weird one. If you guys like, ecchi comics, this is for you. This is a comedy comic with a lot of TNA. It is a good overall concept, and, I just actually finished reading all of it recently, and I'm not gonna say what happens at the end, but it is a real gut puncher there. Like this, for a comedy comic that's all about TNA, you really start feeling for these characters after you keep reading it. It's the weird thing. I was not expecting that. ReZero Volume 1, I believe that's probably the light novel. I'm not gonna bother catching that. Stupid love comedy, no. This is Gun Gale Online, I believe. Gun Gale Online. That's the light novel. It's not the manga. Moving on. That might be it, honestly, because I think that's all I really care about. Yeah, I mean, Bungo Stray Dogs is good, but the manga kind of reiterates everything that's already there. Batum! How did I miss this, of all things? Batum Volume 21. If you guys have not read Batum, you've got a lot of reading to do, but Batum is kind of like High School Battle Royale, excuse me, that old Japanese movie where everyone's put on an island and the person who kills everyone wins, or kills enough people wins. This is a great book. I've loved every single second of it, and I'm not sure exactly what happens during Volume 21. I want to say this is when we swap main characters and the girl becomes more prevalent in the story. I don't really know off the top of my head. I'm a little bit behind, and I'm not sure where Volume 21 is on the overall thing, as I tend to read things issue by issue. I think that's it for me, though. That might be it for me in this. Yeah. That is it for me in here, I believe. Oh, wait, no, Excel World Volume 4. Nope, that's the light novel. Never mind. Alright, so that's it for Yen Press for next month. Not a lot going on, looks like, in June. That makes me more than a little sad. I was kind of hoping for more. Although I will probably check out a few of these new ones that are Volume 1s, because they look interesting. With that being said, we are done with Yen Press. Next up is Kodansha. Kodansha is thankfully the easiest of all of these to go and navigate, which makes my life so much easier to do. So we're gonna start in June. Princess Jellyfish, great book, warm, loving. Battle Angel Alita, Mars Chronicle Volume 3. Of course, the Battle Angel movie, I believe, is coming out, or is scheduled to come out soon. So this will probably not add to the overall experience. In fact, you'll probably feel a little bit pulled back from it, but you have your option of reading that as well. Vinland Saga, though, if you guys have not been reading Vinland Saga, you have been missing out. Vinland Saga has been a great book. This was originally suggested to me by a friend about a year ago, and I've been sitting... I was sitting on my hands, because I'm just like, I will wait until a couple books come out, and then I will bother reading it, and then it came out, and I have just been eating this up like it's candy. This is not your average everyday manga. This is set in Viking era. And it's a story about a boy seeking revenge, and then his slow redemption. And it's very interesting to check out. You watch this small child become a teenager, become an adult, become an older adult, and his life is so interesting. It is absolutely beautiful. If you guys have not checked out Vinland Saga, the artwork on it is absolutely amazing. The story really pulls you in, and no matter what ends up happening, you continue reading. No matter how depressing, how gruesome it becomes, you continue reading. Let's see what else catches my eye here. To Your Eternity? No. Oh, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Volume 6. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is, of course, another one of those reincarnated into another world storylines. But the guy got reincarnated as a slime monster. As a slime monster, he kind of ends up befriending a dragon. And then he kind of ends up, I guess, swallowing it. After that, he gains so much magical power, he ends up wandering the world. He builds a small village using a small village, or no, excuse me. He ends up befriending. Wow, self. He ends up befriending a bunch of goblins in a village. Kind of ends up becoming their de facto leader, and life moves on. It's a very interesting overall concept. I loved volumes 1 through 5. Volume 6, I believe, is where we start adding in the demon lords, which makes things so much more interesting. As now he has enemies who he can't just one-shot kill. Now things are actually difficult. I'm very excited about this. I'm very happy to be seeing this. That being said, what else we have? To the Abandoned Sacred Beast? No. Love and Lies, Volume 6. Do not check out Love and Lies. It is a beautiful story about in the future. It's just a really beautiful story. And in the future, to help with declining birth rates, people are matched with their ideal mate and are kind of legally supposed to be married. At the end of it all, Love and Lies is a story about a boy who doesn't want to marry the girl he's been matched with, but wants to be with the girl he loves. And of course, he has to lie his way through. Love and Lies is the ongoing thing here. They say in this book constantly that love is a lie, or love is full of lies, and it's an interesting take on the very many ways people love. It's very interesting to check out. Up next is Air Gear number 37. I believe this is near the end of the Air Gear series. If it's not, oh my dear lord. I finished reading Air Gear last year, and the fact that it's coming out... The fact that it's coming out in book form is always impressive, and I'm always happy to go and read this book over and over again. Although the ending of Air Gear was very strange, as, of course, you know, Obama got swapped with a schoolgirl. That was an issue. Moving on. And of course, Viz Media is the last one in this entire thing. We have, for the June 18th, Viz Media, of course, kicking everyone's ass when it comes to manga thing. Blue Exorcist, Volume 19. Beautiful book. Loved it. We'll love reading it again. Check it out. Food Wars. You guys have not been reading Food Wars. I have a lot to read on. But those of you who really are paying attention know that my love of this one is going to be Haikyuu Volume 24, where the crows are finally in the... Oh, what the hell is they're Koshian? They're nationals. This is they're nationals. They're nationals for they're nationals for volleyballs. Jesus. Doing all this in one go is a lot more tiring than I thought it was gonna be. So I'm very happy to be reading this. I'm really excited that this is coming out so very fast. The issues are beautifully drawn. The story and the feeling of accomplishing your goal or failing is beautiful, and the fact of the matter is that it's just not the two main characters, but the entire team that really raises themselves up. With that being said, though, I believe Volume 24 is where the super quick duo is matched by the other team. In fact, they can do the exact same thing. Excuse me, everyone is currently texting me at the same time. Let me go and turn that off. Alright. Alright, up next, My Hero Academia Volume 13. I believe Volume 13 is where we have ourselves... Class A and Class B of the UA are now going for their hero... what's the word I'm looking for? Their hero permits, if you will. They're as Deku and the class of Class A constantly find themselves battling villains and getting in trouble for it. they end up going for their permits so that they can battle villains and not get in trouble if they are attacked. This allows them the ability to use their quirks in battle situations and help out heroes if need be. That being said, though, there is an extensive test necessary to go and do this. So Class A, as well as a Class B, as well Class A, Class B of UA, as well as several other hero academies, are now in a full-on battle to see who can possibly make it. There are only so many permits given per year, I believe. I'm not entirely certain if that's exactly correct. And you have to be able to go and make it through till the end. I'm very happy that My Hero Academia is doing wonderfully. And if you guys have not been reading My Hero Academia, start at Volume 1. If that one does not make you cry, you have no soul. But more importantly, it's probably not the book for you. With that being said, let's scroll down. Yawn of the Dawn, no. After Hours, no. Loveless, no. Magi Labyrinth, no. I believe that's all I really care about. Alright, so those are my manga. Oh wait, Tokyo Ghoul Volume 5. I'm not oh, it's Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 5. Tokyo Ghoul Re is the continuation of Tokyo Ghoul. Those of you who finished Tokyo Ghoul, you understand Tokyo Ghoul Re, the kind of mental displacement that's going on there. I'm not sure exactly what happens in Volume 5. I believe Volume 5 is where everyone begins recognizing Hayes from his former life. With that being said, though, Tokyo Ghoul Re is an incredibly bloody manga. Check it out if you want. It's beautifully drawn. The action scenes are well paced, but very often I feel like the action scenes have no big payoff. There's very few payoffs in the action scenes, and that's the only drawback I have in this book. With that being said, that is all of my manga suggestions for the month of June. I'm very sorry, all of my reviews are still on hold till I can get all my stuff back. With that being said, this has been the South Hispanic, saying you do you, I'll do me, and of course, adios.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love